Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we've got an interesting update to discuss and go over here on the channel. The gears are really starting to get moving with this whole thing, and I keep saying this to a lot of people, is that this thing's coming thick and fast. Decisions are being made, and it's all just going to be happening as it happens, so to speak, and that's how the damage is going to roll out. It's just going to be thick and it's going to be fast. So being prepared and knowing that these things are going on is pretty helpful for us moving forward. If we're seeing different things happening, price reflection, other things like that, then we can understand what it is instead of being afraid of the unknown, so to speak. So let's get the main man up in question. This is Han in handcuffs. As you can see, he has been handed over now to South Korean officials. We can see this picture is actually taken in Montenegro. We can see the Puerto Rico sign up the top for the aerodrome there. So we know that this photo was taken. You can tell that Interpol and different agencies were involved in this. This seems to be an agency officer on the right hand side. So like I said, this is actually a really good thing for us, because what I keep saying to people is, we've all watched a lot of TV and we all know how governments turn people into informants, right? To get to bigger fish, or if there's bigger fish to fry, money to be found, different things like that. The likelihood is someone's going to sell that information in order to get a reduced sentence, or possibly get no sentence and walk away scot-free. These are all the different issues that are going on. Meanwhile, this has all happened in a highly corrupt country. No digs there at Montenegro. I'm just stating what is available on the internet and what we know about the justice system out there, about the jail systems. Now, Do Kwon was traveling with a ledger. If you don't know about this, he did put that ledger inside himself. Eventually, he was caught with that ledger. So we know he has access to considerable funds wherever he's going to be, as long as that ledger travels with him. Now, my thoughts are, right, that ledger's probably in evidence in Montenegro and all of the different people that know about this story, right? So why has this guy been extradited, but DK still hasn't? Okay, his appeals to get extradited to South Korea or America have both been denied, and we'll go over that a little bit more as we get into this video. But like I said, this is a win-win for us, because ultimately the truth needs to come out, and the only way this is going to come out is once this ball starts fully rolling, the court cases are rolling out, and people are getting served the justice that they're owed, so to speak. Now, what I want to more or less get everybody's mind frame into is just how serious these charges are. This isn't a couple years in jail this guy's looking at. He's looking at life. Right? They're talking about life just because of the considerable amount that has happened. So Do Kwon's former CFO faces life imprisonment for financial crimes. And this is all going to stem into the network. Right? So all of this that they're bringing up is yet to come out. We don't know what financial crimes have committed, other than that these have been for the purpose of conducting criminal proceedings for 7 criminal offences related to fraud in financial investment services, investments and capital market, for which a life sentence is threatened in South Korea. So this is really interesting. Like I said, he's been extradited, DK hasn't. And this really plays into what I've been speaking about here with my own theory as to what's going on. DK's definitely going to America, in my opinion. He would have gone with all of this. Okay, everything costs money. Okay, everything costs money. South Korea are going to get their fame, their fortune, and their crackdown on criminal crypto influencers and people that create coins which lead to these kind of things. Now, with all of that being said, right, this for me, it only makes sense money-wise, everything-wise, for them to both go together if they were going to the same place, because they both got arrested for traveling on fake passports. They both got arrested for the same thing. They were both charged with the same charges, right? So what's the difference here? Well, the difference is as to where they're possibly going. JCH is going back to South Korea, and like I said, DK is likely going to America. The SEC needs a win. They need a big win right now, especially Gary, and he's probably, with all of the heat that he's got on his head at the moment, he's probably not bothered, because he knows he's got DK being extradited to America, as to which he can run a huge campaign on his crackdown on crypto and criminal people that are involved with it. Now, for me, like I said, this is all good news, because what I believe is, if he gets to America or he gets to South Korea, and the same with Han, they're both going to be throwing people under the bus. Okay, they're going to be given opportunities to give information that they feel would be relevant in possibly getting a reduction of their own situation. Right? And as much as a lot of people say, no, DK wouldn't do this, so people wouldn't do this. Okay, you're not the one that's locked up in a 5x5 cell all day, 24 hours a day, eating crap food, no sunlight, no communication, no anything. Just you and your thoughts. Just you and your thoughts. This guy's going to be desperate. I mean, really desperate, considering he's got a ledger on him which gives him access. Right? This leaves him with a lot of opportunities, leverage, and bargaining chips as this does roll out. So let's talk a little bit more about DK and realistically what the end result is going to be for him here. Let me bring this up. All of the routers, articles, news people, mainstream media, all saying about DK's uncertain fate. And I think this is all going to be just talked about throughout the whole period. If anybody thinks the XRP case damaged crypto, the likelihood is this one's going to blow it out of the water at this point, because they've got all of the relevant information, they've got the people, and they know crimes have been committed. So I think we're going to see a lot of ups, we're going to see a lot of downs, but we're going to be surprised and shocked by all of the different things that do come out, because some of the new documents that I've got and I've been going through mentions Three Arrows Capital quite a lot and how they were tied into TFL and all of these different things of different people that are on the payroll. It's an interesting document. It's all part 4 that I'm preparing for LUNC's Got Weird. Now, part 3 is dropping today. Part 3 is very different to anything I've ever dropped on the channel here. Apart from Operation Choke Point. If you haven't seen Operation Choke Point, you won't understand. If you have, you'll understand the part 3, the whole way I've put this together. It's taken a lot of time. I've had to listen to a lot of content, break a lot of different things down, and figure out a lot of different stuff to put a lot of things together. Now, from this LUNC Got Weird series, weird things have happened. Okay, we've covered this on the channel. So like I said, I think at some point, right, someone's going to be contacted to like give information, and because this is all getting to a point now where everything's becoming so interlinked and there's all of these different signs that, for me, I can't wait for him to be extradited and to turn up in America or even South Korea. America would be better because I don't speak South Korean. It would be very awkward going over any court documents all the time unless someone's translated them, in which case the translations aren't always accurate. So for me, I want to see him go to America, but more importantly, I want to see justice served for all of these people that got wrecked. Now, what everybody needs to take into account here is LUNC, if it ever succeeds, completely disproves everything that DK said about how the chain couldn't be fixed, how it couldn't be restored, and it was a lost cause and everybody had to fork off to this new chain. So the likelihood is, right, do they want our chain to succeed? Probably not, because it disproves everything. Absolutely everything. And there's so many people that got wrecked in this thing. But for me, what we've gone over previously here on the channel, it's obvious in the court documents, as we've shown, the reason why they filed for bankruptcy Chapter 11 is because the likelihood is they don't have the money to pay for all of the different court fees and expenses. And that's what scares me the most is, out of everything, right, TFL still has to fight this case. All of the money has to come from somewhere, but DK's handed supposedly this company off to this new person. So it's supposed to be totally separate, yet they've got to pay all the court fees. They've got to be involved in all of the documents. So I don't understand how people think they're not involved in this and how they're not getting dragged into this. Chris is in every document. Like I said, we'll keep covering this. We'll keep doing updates and we'll keep you in the bubble for what more or less, right? I'm not going to bore everybody with these long-winded document covering things. I'm going to find the most interesting things. I'm going to find the things that make us ask questions and make us think really outside the box. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to provide good information that's coming from all of these different things, so you don't have to go through breaking down all of these different crazy things and trying to figure out everything. At least with somebody else's perspective, right? You get a point of view. Anyway, like I said, part 3 is dropping today. Keep an eye out for it. It's going to be a banger. Don't forget to share it. It's probably going to melt your mind, so be careful. But yeah, folks, on your way out, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a sub if you haven't already. We drop so many different things here. We've got links to the Patreon in the description if you want to get involved with that. We're working on indicators to bring forward. I update you on my portfolio. I do lots of different things there to keep you in the loop as to what I'm doing, what's going on, early access to lots of different things there. With all of that being said, there is a competition that runs every month here. As long as I'm a validator on the LUNC chain, I'll keep it going. And it's 10,000 USTC and 1 million LUNC to the top 3 commenters every month. Just drop comments in the comment section and you will simply be entered. I'll contact the 3 winners through the YouTube system. It gives me your email addresses. I'll send you an email. You'll join a group and we'll go from there. And it happens at the end of every month. Folks, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. And as always, catch you in the next one.